everyone. I just want to say, have a great, beautiful day today. Stay focused. Stay focused. And know that Jesus loves you. You know, a lot of things is going on, but stay focused. Because at the end of the day, you cannot go wrong if you stand focused. Stay focused on God and know that Jesus loves you every step of the way. Today, the word is stand focused. Pay attention because so many times we are distracted. It is important that we stay focused. We can't let the small things stop us. We got to stop listening to the world and start listening to God. We allow the outside people to get in our heart. That's why we don't know our purpose. We don't know our future. We don't know what we want to become. Some of you that is watching me, you are still fighting yourself because you don't know which way you want to go. 1 minute, you're serving God. The next minute, you're serving the devil. The next minute, you ain't serving nothing because you're confused with your identity. It's important that you stay focused on God. Ask God to restore your heart, to restore your mind, because it's important as Christians that we get ourselves together. The first people is the church. God already know what the world is doing. He know. So he ain't worried about that. He got them. The first people he looking at is the church. What is the church doing? You say you love me, but you sinning against me. You tell me that you want to be married, but you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Listen to me. It's important that you stay focused. You can't let people ruin your relationship. You can't let people inside of your relationship. You can't let people mess up your life. You understand? Sometimes we sit on the phone, we sitting on the internet, we sitting at home trying to figure out what lie to spread. We think that we know the truth about everything. You understand? Sometimes we just need to just stay focused. Let me tell you this. Your future is bright. Don't let no one, I mean absolutely no one, stop your future. You understand? You stay focused and know that Jesus loves you. When your relationship fall, when your family mess up, you say, Lord, you pull me back together. Because I'm telling you, when you on your way to your blessing, listen to me. When you on your way to your blessing, the devil gonna try to destroy you because he want everything that you have. And it's important that you stay focused. It's very important that you stay focused because at the end of the day, your future is important. Focus is the key. Jesus, when he was on 40-day fast, he focused. He ain't let nothing stop him. When he got off that 40-day fast, the devil told him on a mountaintop, you might as well just go ahead. He said, no, it is not written in the word. You're going to realize let me tell you, when you feel like you at your last breath, when you feel like you don't know what else to do, you have to put your trust in God, not man. It's okay to pray together with your spouse, but sometimes you need to pray with God. Pray with God. There's so many things going on in these relationships, in these jobs, with these friends, and we have to stay focused. It's important. And people's spirit is attaching to your spirit. You got to be careful who you connect with, who you around. because people will set you up. They don't care about you. Oh, you my dog. You my friend. I had somebody long time ago trying to set me up, and I didn't even know until I looked, opened my eyes, and I left the situation. You gonna have people set you up. It's, oh, you my friend. You ain't my friend. You got listen, the way how you find things out, because that person was talking about you in the bathroom, talking about what they gonna do to you and how they gonna destroy you. That's why it's important that you keep your spirit prayed up. You have to stay prayed up. It's important. You can't let nothing separate you, not even your husband, your wife. Stay focused on God. If God is your beginning, let God be your end. Don't let no one separate you from God. Stay focused. Stay prayed up. It's me and God today. It's me and God today, and I'm focused. I'm focused. You can't let friends and family. You hear me? I walked alone for a long time. I know how to find my way. So I'm telling you, focus is the key. When your enemies put you down, you pray for your enemies. That's all you can do. Don't talk bad about them. Oh Lord, let them get hit by a 6-wheeler and all this. Listen, don't do that. Don't pray. Don't listen. Don't pray for nothing bad. Pray for your enemies. Let me tell you how God can turn everything around. Pray for your enemies. Lord, bless their future. Lord, restore them. God know how to let things work at the right time. You gotta pray for your enemies. Look, you be praying for your enemies. They be tossing and turning in that bed, cause they like, wow. I know somebody praying for me, cause I don't feel the same way. So stay focused. Don't let nothing get in your way. Good morning, Mr. Tisha. God bless you. I'm doing fine. God bless you. I'm telling y'all, stay focused. Focus is the key. We can't let no one get in our way. You holding grudges, that's you. Nobody, listen to me. Y'all cause yourself to have a heart attack. Ain't nobody causing you to have no heart attack. Ain't nobody causing you to have pain. You cause yourself to have pain. We have to learn how to let it go and stay focused on our future, our dreams, our vision. That's why it's important to have a vision board. You need to have a vision board so you know what you want to do in your life. You have to have a vision board. When you have a vision board, you know from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you know what to do. But you have to stay focused and say, Lord, allow your will to be done in my life. And God will help you. Praying and fasting is the key. So you have to do whatever you need to do. It's important that you don't let nothing, I mean absolutely nothing, separate you from God. It's important. It is important that you stay focused because at the end of the day, your life is important. It's important. So we have to stay prayed up. We need to do whatever we need to do so God can help us to win the race. Jesus is on your side. Doesn't matter how you're looking at it. Stay focused. Go back to staying focused. Listen, sometimes you're going to fall off. Listen to me. When you know what you're doing, something in your mind should say, okay, I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm messing up at, but let me get back up and do better. You got to push yourself to do better. I can't push y'all. I really can't. Let me tell you this. I can motivate you. I can talk to you all day, but I can't do the work for you. I wish I can, but I can't. I can't get saved for you. I can't go to church for you. I can push you to do right. I can push you all day. Girl, go to church. You can do it. You got it in you. Go to church. Go sing. Go get on the choir. I can motivate you all day. But you have to be willing to make that change. You have to be willing to make that sacrifice. Your mommy and daddy, listen to me. Your mom and dad is to motivate you, to push you. Listen to me. The Bible says when I was a child, I did childish things. Listen to me. When you was a child, your parents, they tell you, oh, come on, go sit in the kitchen, it's time to eat. Your parents is to motivate you. But once you leave out their house, you have to find your way. You have to find your way. Mommy and daddy can't live your life for you. Listen to me. I'm 30 years old, getting ready to be 31 this year. I found my way by God. My parents ain't say, okay, Ashley, you 27 years old. It's time for you to look for a place. No, I did it on my own. You have to learn how to get up and motivate yourself. I motivate myself when I was in pain. And that's what God do. God use your pain for your purpose. Your pain is to motivate you, to help you to keep going. Your pain, listen to me, it's okay to cry in your pain. Some of you say, oh, I ain't crying. I ain't gonna let nobody see that I'm crying. I was weeping when in my season, when I was going through what I was going through. But I had a counselor. She told me, she said, Ashley, you gotta get back up. I got back up, y'all. It's like I did a 360 within one day. It took me a week to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. I had to get counseling. I had to get counseling for domestic violence because it was so stupid. And I asked God, what is it for me to do? And He told me, stay focused. I had to remember how to take my son to school. I had to, until they transfer him to another school. It's just a lot of things was all twisted up. Because you know, when you relocate, they got to change your kids' school and all this. Me, my memory, it's like all this zigzag was going through my mind because I had to remember. I had to remember where to take my son to school at. So I took him to school, and my son began to have problems because he felt what I was going through. And I tell you, all I can say is God is good. God know how to make a way out of no way. My son went through a lot, when we was in the shelter, but I thank God for allowing us to rewrite our story. Like I said, my children, they motivate me, they push me. When I seen my kids, they had a little cry, they go through their little stuff. My daughter, I was feeding her milk. She was 8 months, my son was 4 years old. They pushed me. That's how I got out of there. I had to change my mindset, number one. Anytime you're trying to do something for yourself or for your family, you got to change your mindset. God is not going to let you make it if you can't focus. You got to focus. When you a married man, a married woman, you got to stay focused on your family. You cannot allow nothing get in your way. Listen to me. I heard so many stories. And I'm going to tell you, you got to do what's best for you. If something ain't working out, remove yourself from the story. Remove yourself from the person. Work on you. That's what I did. Look at me now. 3 years later, look at me. Got my own place, doing better. Even yesterday, I was sitting in the room, figure out how I can save more money. I'm playing with the numbers because I know how God gonna do it. When you know how much money you want to save, you know what you want to do. I wrote down how I'm gonna save my money, how I'm gonna do better for myself and for my children. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta stay focused on you. Don't worry about your haters. Let your haters hate. Pray for your enemies. Pray for the one that persecute you. Pray for the ones that talk down on you. Pray for the ones that hate you. Let me tell you, your biggest enemy, like I said to anybody, it can be your spouse, it can be your kids. When you know that you close to your blessing, God know who is for you and who's for against you. All you got to do is stay focused. Stay focused. Don't let nothing get in your way. Go to work. Save your money. I'm telling you. If I had a job, because back then I was bringing home, my check was very different back then. But when tax time came, that's when I had my bonus. But see, this time around, I have to work with what I have. All I'm saying is this: if you know that you're bringing in $1,000, save at least $50 out of it, or save $100 if you can. Because I know you're paying for your rent, you're paying for your electric, and all that, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, you need to make sure that you put money away for your safety. I want to get my nails done. I want to get my teeth. Look, I know I got to get some teeth work done. And I want to get some other teeth done as well. But listen, save money. I'm going to show y'all how I did my thing so y'all can look. So I'm sitting in the room last night. I'm figuring out how I want to save my money up more. And I wrote it down. You see, I wrote it down, and I said, I'm going to start saving more. And this is how I'm going to do it. Look at this. See how I did this? Let me show y'all. Hold on. This is how I'm about to start saving. Starting July, I'm going to start saving 100, start saving 200, and do it like that. If I come up with more money, I'm just going to throw it in my safe. And then that's how I'm going to do it. I'm playing with the numbers because I'm trying to see how I'm going to do it. So this is how much I want to get, and this is how much I'm going to get. And if I plus both of them, it's going to be double. That's like 50 something altogether. Yep. So it should be like what? Let me tell you, you gotta do what's best for you at the end of the day. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all. At the end of the day, you gotta do what's best for you. You can't not wait for nobody to get their life together. If people ain't bringing stuff to the table, stay focused on you. You gotta stay focused on you. You see how I already knew the number. I said it's like 50 something. It's 51. Look at this, 5,100. That's how much I have if I save all that. Let me tell you, time ain't waiting on no one. Look, save your money, do you at the end of the day. People want to leave you, so what? Let life move on. Life will keep moving. But at the end of the day, you got to keep doing what you got to do for your future. Don't let nothing separate you. Know that Jesus loves you and you're going to win at the end of the day. God is your motivator. God is your beginning. God is your end. And don't let nothing, absolutely no one stop you, my sister, my brother. Keep moving. Keep staying focused at the end of the day. And know that Jesus said, I will never leave you or forsake you. I will be with you to the very end. God got you. Keep your head up. When everything is falling apart, stay focused. The problem we have in this world, we too distracted on our friends. We distracted with sex. We distracted with temptations. We allow the wrong things in our mind, and we wonder why our children are not doing right in school. It starts with the parents. If the parents ain't right, the kids not gonna be right. If the kids ain't right, the parents ain't right. If the household ain't right, ain't nothing right. So at the end of the day, you gotta fix what's in your household. Figure out what is the problem. Oh, the problem is I ain't talking to my husband. I ain't talking to my wife. I ain't talking to my kids. So you have to communicate. All I'm saying to you is figure out your problems. When you figure out your problems, you bring it to the Lord. It's not your job to fix everything. Some of you want to fix, I'm going to fix everything. I'm going to do everything by myself. Stay focused on God. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. We got to stay focused, y'all. Focus is very important. Focus is very important because there's so many people today, we so busy on everything else around us. We're too distracted. As Christians, we too distracted. We focus on this person fighting. We focus on this person doing this. I told you, I've been a pastor's child for almost 8 years. My son will be 8. And been a pastor child for a long time. And I told you, we get a lot of attention. We get a lot of attention. And people, ooh, when they found out that I was having a baby, I was getting attention. But let me tell you this, that didn't stop my motivation. My father looked at me. He said, baby, you continue to go to church. You continue to allow God to work through you. And come to find out, half of the people in the church was looking at me because they had a baby out of wedlock too. Some people have babies out of wedlock. Let me tell you this, your life is not going to be perfect. You can pray all day and say, Lord, please help me to not make no mistake. Listen, you got to do better. You got to be willing to change. You got to be willing to change. It starts from within. You got to change yourself. Stop hanging around the wrong people. If that man don't want to be a father, you can't make him do it. Tell him, I'm pregnant, and guess what? It's either you gonna be here or you not. The person don't want to be there to help you with your child. You take care of your child. Now, this time of day, people have abortions, but it's up to you. All I'm saying to you is this, take care of your children. That man don't want to be in your life. Guess what? That's him. You got to stay focused. Do what's best for you. Okay? So I love you. I want to say continue to stay focused. Don't let no one get in your way. You know what you want to do. You know what you want to become. Okay? Pray for your enemies. Pray for the ones that talk about you. Sometimes your mother, let me tell you, I told you, when you on your way to your breakthrough, your family gonna come against you. Your spouse gonna come against you. Your kids. I remember when I was getting ready to get things done, my son would distract me all the time. And I said, something must be getting ready to happen. Because every time, I'm telling you, when you just know when your blessing is on the way, haters will hate. They won't rejoice with you, but they hate. They don't want to be happy for you. See, one thing I learned, and I learned this at a very early age. When you know that you didn't receive anything from God yet, you always congratulate somebody. Don't be jealous of their gift. Don't be jealous of what God blessed them with. If I had a friend in my neighborhood and God blessed her with a new car, I'm gonna say, oh wow, congratulations, because I don't want my future to be messed up because I said, oh man, why she got that new car? God, you ain't blessed me. Listen to me. Everybody will get blessed on their time. You have to understand what she got blessed with, she probably stole that car in your neighborhood. The way you may get your car, somebody may buy your car. Somebody may buy it for you. So stop comparing your life against your friends, against your family. My sister got married before me. When I'm gonna get married, God? You listen, you may be the last person to get married in your family. Stop comparing your life against your sisters, your brothers, and stop being jealous. It's nothing for you to be jealous about. Sometimes we hating off our spouse. We hating off our kids because our kids didn't do what we did when we grew up. You can't make your child be like you. You is you. They are them. You can't make your child follow your footsteps. The way you came out, that was your choice. The way they gonna come out, they may come out better. So all I'm saying to you is this, you should be happy your kids want to do better than what you did. I want my kids to do better. I don't want my kids to have no babies at no young age. I want them to wait until they get married. That's the foundation. That's the foundation. We want to wait until we get married. and push that on your kids. You ain't missing nothing. You smoking, getting high, getting drunk, partying, having sex, playing. All that stuff is nothing. You fall out, pass out on the middle of the street. Your parents don't know where you at. But people can see you on the side of the corner, on the block. So you got to do better for yourself. If you want to be somebody, change your future today. And how does it start? It starts with confessing your sins to God. We not perfect. Listen to me. I was a sinner when I came to God, but I made up in my mind, I'm going to be somebody. It wasn't easy because listen to me. I was going back. Even though I was moving forward, I still wanted to taste the world and taste everything. Until God said, look, Ashley, look, what you going to do? He gave me a dream about hell. It's like I'm walking right in it. God will warn you. God, let me tell you this. God will warn you before destruction. God will warn you before destruction. And listen, you don't take heed to it, you gonna die right in your sin. So you gotta take heed to what God is saying. He will warn you before destruction. I don't care what nobody say. It's the truth. You gotta do what you gotta do. If your spouse can't come on the same page you on, you gotta move on with your life. Don't wait until no man, no woman get their life together. If they can't understand you, you move on by yourself. You got to do what you got to do for your life, for your future. It's important that you have a relationship with God. I'm walking with Jesus. I don't know which way you walking, but I'm walking with God. Listen, how can two people walk together? Only if they agree. You can't walk together and you not agreeing to it. How can I walk with Jesus and I ain't made up in my mind that I want to be a child of God? I got to agree, right? How can two walk together? Only if they agree. You going to be a Christian? Let's go. Let's run for our life. One minute you want to be a Christian, the next minute you don't know what to do. So you got to stay focused. Focus is the key. And speak life over yourself. Speak life over yourself. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. I am going to be somebody. Look at yourself in the mirror. I tell my son all the time. He say, Mommy, I can't. I say, yes, you can. Growing up, I used to say the same thing. But you got to speak life over yourself. When I found that Bible verse, Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ. You can do it. You got to believe in yourself. Doesn't matter how old you are. Some of y'all are grown people. And you still say, I can't go to that job interview. I can't do it. Mommy, I don't know how to do it. And your mom, listen, like I said, your parents are to motivate you. My job is to push my kids. My job is to tell them you can do it. You can do better. Go get a job. Go do what you want to do. Make sure it's in the will of God. Make sure it's something right. I ain't pushing you and you want to be a stripper and you want to do things wrong and you want to sell drugs. No, I'm not pushing you towards that. I'm pushing you towards success. Make sure it's in the will of God. Make sure it's something right. I had so many jobs growing up. I had a lot of jobs. One thing about me, I motivate my mind. When I knew I was broke, I made money on my own. By listening, selling things, helping people sell candy bags. My mom was a candy lady back then. She would sell cakes. I would knock on people's door. Hey, you want to buy candy? You want to buy a cake? I helped my mom sell stuff. And guess what? I came in first place. My parents gave me a $50 gift card. Yes, yes indeed. When I wanted to sell something and I was helping my church out, I always came in first place. One thing about me, I keep going. I can never quit because quitting ain't an option over here. I keep telling y'all, do not quit. I don't care what you go through. Do not give up. Don't care about what people say. Stay focused. I went through too much hell, too much fight to give up. Let me tell you, don't give up. I don't care what people say. Let your family talk down on you. Let these people talk about you. You keep running for your life. Because at the end of the day, God got the final answer. You will win and not lose. So stay focused. Let God be your motivator. Let God be your teacher. Let God tell you and show you what you need to do. How can I get closer to God? Stay in prayer. Fast more. Change your friends. If your friends, listen to me, I'm being honest with you. If you got friends in your corner that ain't even trying to motivate you, that's trying to listen, you got to see the signs of friends today. Friends, I'm telling you, I had so many friends that I was connected to that was jealous of me. They'll tell me everything to do wrong, but I ain't had one person that would tell me to do right. I'm telling you, you gotta check your connection. What's up with your connection? You got these friends in your corner, they want you to do things wrong. They want you to do things you don't even do. Yeah, meet me here. Let's do this. You want a friend that tell you, this ain't what you supposed to do. You need to go back to school. Listen to me, some of y'all are some smart people. You not dumb, but you choose to do dumb things with your life. Let me tell you, I was a single mother years ago. When I knew that I was having a son, I had talked to somebody that I knew at my job, and I told them, I said, look, I like to talk to people, but I want to start this platform. And somebody at my job talked to me and said, look, I told him, I said, I'm trying to do this YouTube thing. And this guy at my job told me, look, I can help you. I can set it up for you and help you do it. Because listen, I'm up there watching people on YouTube. I'm like, how these people get on here? How they do this? I had a buddy help me out. And I started getting on the internet, start posting, start doing things that I love. I told y'all I can do a lot of things at one time. I can dance, I can sing, I can act. I'm just gifted. I'm gifted like that. I can dance, I can sing, I can talk to people, I can motivate people. I'm a lot in one body. I'm a lot. And I tell you, it's important that you push yourself to success. Don't let no one stop you. You are important, you are special, you are loved, you are cared. You want to be somebody. Listen to me. If your family is pushing you down, you elevate yourself. And sometimes I'm going to tell y'all this, and this may hurt you what I'm about to say, but I got to say it. Sometimes you got to leave your parents' home. I'm telling you, I had to leave my parents' house at the age of 27. I had to, because the things that I was doing, I was just being disobedient. I'm just being honest. I was being disobedient at the time. I was in sin, just deep in sin. I was doing me, and I'm just being honest. And when I turned 28, I just started doing. I just had to do what I had to do, which means I had to change my life around. I didn't want to continue to live my life in sin. You know, some of the things that I went through some things that David went through in the Bible. But you got to stay focused. Y'all got to stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all, may fall in love with the wrong people. But you got to stay focused and say, look, I had a baby out of wedlock. I'm going to get up. I had a baby and I ain't married. I got to get up. Don't let your mistake hold you back. Learn from your mistake. Listen, when I knew that I had a baby out of wedlock, I didn't stay in that. I moved from that. I started pushing myself towards my purpose. I knew that my purpose was better than my mistake. You can't let your mistake push you down. Oh, I had a baby out of wedlock. I did this, Lord, so I'm going to die in my sin. Learn from your mistake. Push yourself up. How do you push yourself up? Stay in the Word of God. Stay in Psalms. Some of you that's watching me, read Psalms, read Proverbs. Stay in those both verses. Read Psalms. Start reading Psalms. Start reading Proverbs. Read those verses because it's important that you gain wisdom. You need wisdom. Some of y'all do things in your life. It's crazy, but I'm going to say it. Some of y'all doing things in your life and you don't know what you're doing. You just, oh, I'm gonna wake up in the morning, I'm gonna brush my teeth, but you don't have nothing that you living for. What are you living for? What are you here for on earth? What is your motivation? What are you doing? What is your purpose? Why are you here? My motivation is, oh, I'm a child of God. How can you be a child of God, but you still doing things of the world? How can you be a child of God, but you got one foot in hell? You got one foot in church. You got to figure out what I'm going to do with my life. What do I need to do? You got to figure out what you got to do in your life. You have to. Because at the end of the day, your soul is important. And if you're not praying, if you're not fasting, what are you doing? You're playing games. And it's important that you put God in everything that you do. When I knew that I had one child, a wedlock, and then I had another, I knew right then I had to do the 360 in my life. I didn't want to continue to live my life in sin. I said, I ain't about to have all these babies out of wedlock. I got to do better for my future. You got to listen. Learn from your mistakes. Get up. Run for your future. Know that you have a purpose. Figure out what your purpose is. Pray on it. Lord, I don't know what I want to do. Can you show me? The only way you can know about your purpose is by seeking the Lord. Nobody can tell you your purpose but you. You have to seek the Lord, and that's it. You have to. Some of y'all, I'm going to tell you, some of you, you're going to be fighting in this season. But you got to stay focused and say, Lord, let your will be done. Because when you allow God's will to be done in your life, you can never go wrong. Your future is important. And I'm telling you, you got to allow God to be your teacher. God will teach you if you allow him to. You got to listen to God and be obedient. Obedient is the key. A lot of us, we think what we're doing is right and Jesus is wrong. He not wrong. You wrong. You want to listen. You want to look at all this stuff on your phone and listen to me. The temptations is what holding you back. Temptations, I don't care how she look. I don't care how he look. I don't want nothing to separate me from God. I don't care how fine she look. I don't care how big his lips is. So what? I don't want nothing. I mean, nothing. And that's how you need to be. Run for your life. Every day I'm running for my life. I want to get closer to God every day. I'm not going to let nobody separate me from God. Because you gotta realize your future is important. I don't want to keep messing up and then I got to clean up and then I got to do this and then I got to do that. It's too much. So if you don't like what you're doing, give it to God and say, Lord, look, help me to remove myself away from sin. And listen, half of it is your friends. Listen to me. I told y'all when I was giving my life to Jesus, God told me to leave a lot of people alone. I was in a alone season by myself. When you alone, that's when you need to pray. It's a season in your life that you gonna walk through. And everybody get nervous. You may get scared because you feel like you're dying, but you're not. It's called a long season with God. When David was by himself, he said, create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew the right spirit within me. I acknowledge my transgressions. When David was alone, he cried out to God. He said, look, I sinned. And I know what I did, Lord, was wrong, but can you forgive me? Sometimes you got to cry out to God, Lord, look, forgive me. I did wrong. I did wrong. And God will forgive you. You gotta be willing to tell God that you're sorry. You messed up. You understand? You messed up. And it's okay. You gotta learn from your mistakes and do better. You hear me? Get up. Don't sit in your mess. I'm gonna sit in my mess, and I'm gonna just sit in my mess, and I'm gonna just sit in my mess. I ain't gonna worry about it. I ain't gonna say nothing. Listen, do you know that your pastor can smell what you're doing? A pastor can smell you. A bishop can smell you too. I would go to church. My dad would smell me. Something ain't right. Something stinking here. I'd be looking at my dad. I say, "What you talking about?" He said, "What you doing?" I said, "I ain't doing nothing. I'm lying to my pastor." My dad was ordained to a pastor in 2016. And my dad became a pastor. I knew right there. I knew right there. I couldn't lie. But I still lied. I said, "I ain't doing nothing." He said, "Yes, you are." He said, you have sex, ain't you?" I said, "Yep." I said, "I do what I want to do." He said, "Let me tell you something. In my house, you can't do what you want to do." He said, "If you feel that you want to do what you want to do, you got to get out." The way my parents was, they was hard on us, but they taught us a lesson. Because he wanted me to think about what you going to really do, Ashley. Because listen to me. Every child going to fall down. But even though your child make a mistake, you don't give your child up to the system. You don't give your child up and say, "Look, you know what? I don't know what to do with you, so I'ma just throw my child away." No. My parents, they work with me. I was a headache. My parents, they work with me. Oh, she need, you know what? Let's put her in sports. Let's do something with her. You know, when I started to be, in sports, I was calm. All I'm saying to you is this. You have to understand. You have to learn from your mistakes. If you know that you got a problem with sinning, stop it. Because listen, that's going to stop your relationship with God. It's going to affect you in the way of, you listen to me. That's why some of y'all on y'all hospital bed. Some of y'all sick. Because you trying to figure out what did I went wrong at. You keep going backwards. You got to stop going backwards and push yourself forward. And say, "Lord, help me to stand on my own 2 feet." And God will help you. You got to push yourself. You got to want it so bad. You got to want Jesus so bad that, God, if I fall on my back, if I lose a leg, if I lose an eyeball, if I lose everything, long as I have you. Listen to me. Do you know you're not going to, listen to me. Do you know that you're going to lose something to gain God? Listen to me. You may lose your leg. You may lose an arm. You may be walking around with no kidneys. Long as you got God, that's all that matters. I told you, God will give you knowledge that no man can give you. You stay focused and God will restore you. I love you all. If you need me, you can email me. Email me and I will talk to you. I will encourage you every day if I have to. Let me tell you this. I'm going to start doing some big things on here. I'm going to do some big things on here to help you, to motivate you. And listen to me. We got to help each other. It's time to help each other. It's time to, pray more, fast more. It's time to do the things that we need to do. It's not about the money. Listen to me. It ain't about no money. If I do some classes, it's going to be free. It ain't about no money. That's the problem with some of these prophets. They want money. I want $1,000. Ooh, I want 50,000. You can do classes and your classes still ain't teaching people. Your classes suck. There ain't nothing you teaching in your class. How can you tell somebody how to keep their marriage together? How can you tell somebody how to go to church and you don't even do nothing? If I do a class, it'd be free. There ain't gonna be no class and oh, I need $500 for a ticket. No. They ain't doing nothing but using people for their money. It ain't about the money, it's about the message. If the message is going to you, that's all that matters. Ain't worry about no money. Money ain't nothing. At the end of the day, if you bless people with it, that's fine. But money come and go. The Bible, let me tell you, God don't like when we rejoice only money. He wants us to rejoice Him. God is a jealous God. If He see that you worship money more than anything, He say, okay, you know what? I'm going to sit you down. Sometimes God got to sit you down. So we have to pray more. We have to pray and ask God to restore us and fix us. And God will do it. So you do whatever you need to do. Stay focused on God and allow God to have His way in your life. It's important that you allow God to help you. And God will do it. God will do it for you. If God can do it for me, He can do it for you. Let me tell you, it ain't about no money. It's about the message. If my message enters into your heart and you get something out of it, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna write this stuff up. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. Cause listen to me, bigger and better things is getting ready to happen on this channel. You hear me? I said bigger and better things is getting ready to happen. So you listen to me, stay tuned to the videos, stay tuned to the vlogs. Listen to me, sometimes I do family vlogs, I do acting, I do a lot on here. I'm very motivated on this channel. So please stay tuned. Listen, I'm gifted. I got plenty gifts, okay, that God gave me. Only God gave me that. So listen to me. We don't have time to be jealous of people. You want to make something happen, you do it. You do it in your future. You do it. You can't try to compare yourself to everybody. You want a car, go get it. You want a house, go get it. You want an apartment, go get it. This world is yours. Go get it. Go get what you want. Ain't nobody stopping you. You want to be somebody, go get it. Go do what you want to do. Nobody holding you up but yourself. Whatever you want in this world, you go get it. You get it. It's yours. I love you. Take care. If you need me, like I said, email me. When I begin my classes, I'm not charging y'all nothing. I don't care about the money. I care about your soul. I care about where you at in your relationship with God. Because like I tell people before, I was a sinner for years and I was trying to find myself. And it took me years to change. It really did. Like I said, it took me a long time to change, but I found my way back to God. And it takes time. It takes time. And, it's going to take some time for you to change. It's not going to happen overnight. But you have to be willing to step up and do better. Nobody can change for you. Not even your mother, your father. They listen to me. I told you, your parents is to motivate you and push you. They can't do everything for you. Your mom already breastfeeds you when you was a baby. They can't do no more for you. You have to be willing to walk alone. Like I said, I had my 2 kids with me in the shelter. When I knew that I wanted to do something better, I got on the internet. You hear me? I got on the computer, started looking for places. I got to move. This is not my home. God was telling me, listen, give me revelation while I'm in the shelter. This is not your home, Ashley. I got something better. God will have something better for you. You want to move? You want to move? Apply. You want to go to somewhere else? You want to go to Texas? You want to go to Virginia? You do it. This world is yours. You get what you want. You can make anything happen. It starts with your mindset. Make sure your mind is right to receive the things that you want in your life. Your mindset has to change. You can't get nothing if your mind ain't right. I can talk about it all day, man. I tell you, bruh, I'm gonna get a house. I'm gonna get a car. I'm gonna get a Mercedes Benz. I tell you, at the end of the year, I'm gonna get married. You can say that all day. You can talk about that stuff all day. But if you ain't got no plan, if you ain't got your mind focused, you just lying. And listen to me. You can write all day on a piece of paper, but are you doing anything on that piece of paper that you wrote? So we gotta do better. If we gonna write things down, make sure we walking into it. If you got saving on there, save money. Like I told y'all before, if you bringing $900, $1,000 in, you can save half of that. Put $100 in your saving. Put $50 in your saving. Put something in your saving account. And I'm telling you, you'll be happy. Even me, I showed y'all my saving list that I'm getting ready to do. I'm so motivated, I'm excited about it. Because I know by the time next year come, I'm gonna have that amount. So listen, save more, live better, live at peace. So if anybody affecting you, move away from those people. We don't have time to be around people that want to hate and be jealous of our future and be jealous of our dreams. Because listen, we a child of God. We ain't got time for haters. Pray for your enemies. Love those people. Love them. Don't talk down on them. Don't laugh at them. Pray for their soul. Pray that they get themselves together. Because listen, we all are a child of God. We just walking in sin. When we get out that sin, we can do much better. But we too deep in sin. We on drugs. We on crack. We in this fornication. Just doing anything. Houses destroyed. Ain't nobody talking. Ain't nobody communicating. Stuff gonna fall apart when you ain't got God in it. Listen to me. It doesn't matter. He can be the man in the house. But sometimes as a woman, you gotta step up too. Don't sit around wait for no man to pray. You pray. I told y'all before, you get up and you pray. Don't wait for your husband to pray. You get up, you pray sometimes. He going to work, you pray over your house. You pray over your bed. You pray over your kids. You stay in position. Don't lose your focus. Don't lose your faith because he not praying. He not fasting. You step up as a woman. You do what you got to do. You don't wait for your husband. You don't wait for your spouse to tell you, oh, it's time to pray. Listen, you pray. You pray. You stay in position. You don't wait and keep waiting and waiting. Because listen, some of these relationships out here today is dry. Ain't nobody got Jesus in their relationship. Ain't nobody praying no more. Ain't nobody fasting. Ain't nobody talking about Jesus. We talk about TV shows. We talk about books. We talk about all this other stuff we could do. But we ain't talking about Jesus. We ain't talking about prayer. We ain't talking about fasting. We ain't talking about going out or nothing. So I'm telling you, stay focused, y'all. I love you. I love you. Do what you need to do. And be consistent with God. And know that God is your motivator. If you got God, you can never go wrong. You got to stay focused. Focus is the key. Focus is the key. You got to stay focused and put God first. When you put God first, you can never go wrong. You can never go wrong. It's important that you be obedient. Obedient is the key. Obedient is the key to your success. Whatever you want in this world, you can get it. But you have to change your mindset. It starts with your mind. If my mind ain't in God, how can I do anything if my mind all over the place? Your mind, your focus have to be right. It starts with the mind. If my mind all over the place, how can I do anything? My mind have to be focused. Focus is the key. And Jesus will lead you the way that you should go. So y'all stay focused. Stay focused. Don't let nothing, absolutely nobody, not even your spouse, not even your kids, don't let no one separate you from God. Don't let no one mess you up. You got a powerful relationship with God, you stay there. You stay there. If people want to hate off of you, let them hate. Let them hate. Instead of them hating, they shouldn't be saying, how did you get this far? Congratulations to you. It's sad that you can be going up to your future and you got people hating off of you. Because all you trying to do is have a better life for your family. People want to hate off of you because you starting your own channel, you starting your own business, you starting your own career, people gonna hate as you elevate. But as you elevate, you stay focused on God and realize that God will never leave you or forsake you. As you move up, just know that people that you thought that was gonna support you is the ones that's really hating off of you. The ones that thought that you wasn't gonna make it. Let me tell you, let me tell you this, you gonna shut everybody down when you walk in that room. People ain't even gonna understand who you are. Because you're so focused. I'm telling you from my experience, stay focused. Don't let nothing, no man, no woman, your spouse, your children, don't let nothing get in your way. Stay focused on what you want. Whatever you want, it's yours. You can have it. You can have it. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, you ain't got enough money to get that. Listen, the way God works, God can have somebody give you what you want. Let me tell you this. You may not have a car. You may not have your own place. God can provide listen, the Bible says God can supply all your needs. You listen to me. Sometimes God can do it out of nowhere. So you stay focused. Let God be your motivator. You understand what I'm saying? You got a spouse. They don't want to pray. They don't want to do nothing for you. They want to hate off of you. But when you get money, when you start rejoicing, that's when they want to step up and rejoice with you. You don't need nobody like that. You need somebody that's going to help you to become better. You need somebody that's going to help you to stay motivated. Listen, if you got a spouse and they can't help you to rejoice, then they ain't the person that you need to be with. You need to look at your life and say, look, you want to have a divorce? Okay, that's fine. I'm telling you, you got to do what's best for you. Don't waste your life on people. They can't meet you halfway. Then you gotta leave that person alone. Listen to me, it's 50-50. He need to do more, you need to do more too. It don't make no sense. Some of these women, they bringing all the money in. What the man doing? The man got to step up too. The woman doing everything. She cleaning, she sweeping, she take care of the kids. She got to take trash out. She got to do this, she got to do that. What are you doing? He eating. He going to the bathroom. He passing gas. It's sad. You got to do better as a man. You got to do better as a woman. Your kids looking at you, all they can say, Mom, you lazy. Dad, you lazy. You ain't got no job. You got to do better for your kids. These kids, they need their parents. These kids been raised in a one-parent household. The father ain't there. The mother ain't there. So much stuff going on in this world. We got to pray for our kids. Lord, let my children be better than me. I pray, Father, over their future. Allow them to grow. Allow them to be whatever they want to be. Pray over your kids' future. It's important. Pray over their forehead as they sleep. And Lord, you know what they going through. I do this all the time. Pray over my kids. I put some prayer oil right here. Pray for their forehead. I pray for their hands. Because listen, that's what the devil do. The devil attack your kids when they sleeping. You got to pray for your kids' forehead, their hands, and their belly button, and their foot. Because the devil, that's what the devil do. The devil do stuff while your kids are sleeping. That's why it's important that you stay prayed up as a mother. You have to. Don't let your prayer be dry. Did you hear what I said? Don't let your prayer be dry. Pray. Stay in position and allow God to use you. I love you. Like I said, if you want to reach me, look at the description of this video. I'm going to start doing some things to better my channel. I'm going to do some classes later on. And like I said, it will be no charge. I ain't charging nobody nothing. Because let me tell you this. These classes out here, that people doing, it shouldn't even be no $500 or $1,000 just to be online for 2 hours. That's crazy. Everything will be free charge. Cause listen, it ain't about the money. These people know some people can't afford no $500. You know, people can't even afford no $1,000. And listen, you got a class that's gonna last for 2 hours. If you're gonna do a class, please put 10 hours on the paper, or at least 5 hours. Please don't fall for anything, y'all. Open up your mind. If you need any knowledge about your marriage, about your finances, about your children, if you need any knowledge, go to the Bible. Stop running to the internet trying to figure out who doing internet classes. Go to the Bible. God will show you how to be a wife. God will show you how to be a husband. God will show you how to save money. God will show you how to pray. Whatever you need to know is in the Bible. Knowledge is in the Bible. Go to the Bible. Because I'm telling you, you pay for all these classes, it's too much money. It's too much. Some of you know you can't afford it, so you're going to use your rent money for it. So y'all be encouraged. I love you. Stay blessed. Don't give up. Pray about everything. Thank you for your support. Have a great day. Say, have a great day.
Happy day.
Talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Thank you for watching. We love you. Please subscribe to my channel if you're new. You don't want to miss nothing. I'm real on here. I gotta keep it real. Okay? So I love you. Thank you for your support. Stay tuned to the videos. Like, subscribe, comment, share me out to your family, your friends. Stay tuned. Videos is dropping. I'm gonna try to have a vlog for y'all. I would say maybe Wednesday. I'm gonna try to put it up Wednesday, my vlog that I got. So I love you. Take care. Have a great day. God bless you. Bye.